Hello everyone. Now we are going to learn random module. You know what is a module now. A module is a file where some programs and variables are stored. We cannot use those functions without importing that module. Earlier we have learned in the previous lectures we have learned the math module. Similarly, there is another module in our syllabus, class 12, random module, which basically includes those functions which are having those functions which generates random numbers. Why we need random numbers in a programming? We need random numbers for like lottery, scratch cards, captcha code, because we know that every time when you log in somewhere, a captcha code is generated, and every time the code generated is a random alphanumeric numbers, alphanumeric. Computer games which is involving throwing of dice, definitely when you throw a dice, the random number should generate between 1 to 6. Shuffling deck of playing cards. So these are all the things where we need random numbers. So let me learn and start to go with the functions included in modules. Number 1 is randrange. Randrange basically random range. Now you know that range is what? Range function we have already learned. If you use in class 11th also in for loop, we know that if we give range 5 will basically generate a sequence 0 to 4. It will not include the last digit. Similarly, randrange is basically a function which generates a random number between 0 to n minus 1. Means it also includes, it will not include the last number. For example, I will show here. Here we have done import random, print random dot randrange 8. So see here, it is mandatory to import random statement. Otherwise, we cannot use the functions which is used in, which is already there in random module. And this is what we call dot notation, because we are using it random dot random. So what this statement will do, this statement simply generate any number between 0 and 7. Last number, that is a 8, will not included here. So let me see a practical part. I have written the code already, and if I click on run, it generates all the 5 statements will generate a random number. If I click it again, if I execute again, so see here, it's generating a number between 0 to 7. The minimum number has also come 0 and the maximum number also has come as 7. Next is randint. Int, we know that integer part, that is integer number. Rand stands for random number. So when we say random.randint 0,9, here the most important part to remember is both the terms, both the numbers are inclusive. Means it will generate any numbers from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Means both the numbers are included. I'll show you how. Instead of this randrange, I'll simply give int So here the statements are randint now, and 0, 8, 0, 8, 0, 8. So let me execute this. See, the output is 42574. If you click it again, 43431, again, you can see here the minimum and maximum has come here. So here the 8, that is the last number, is also included here. So let me move to the next one now. So next is random. Random is a method that will generate a floating number between 0 and 1. Here will not take any argument. So if you give here, instead of this, I'll simply go with random and click on run. So every time when I click on run, it gives me any number between 0 to 1, and that is a floating point number. You can see that every time the number is changing to floating point number. Yeah. So here I've given an example where we can use this random function 4 to generate any floating point number between 5 to 10. Means we want to generate any floating number between 5 to 10. So what we are doing, we're using this function random.random. We know that this number will generate a number between 0 to 1. It's less than 1. When you multiply it by 4, the number comes up between 0 to 5. 5 is not included. Definitely 5 will not come, because the random number will generate only between 0 to 1. It will not generate 1. It excludes 1. So the number which comes up, it's 0 to 4.999, something like that. Plus 5 should automatically gives you the number between 5 to 10. This is simple logic we have put here to generate a floating point number between 5 to 10. This is only an example that how we can use these random functions in the given programs which may come in our exam. The next one is uniform. Uniform is an again function which gives a random floating point number. So the previous one is the random which was giving a floating point number between 0 and 1. Here again there is a function which returns floating point number between two numbers. But here again 0 is included and 9 is not included. So let me check here. Let me give two numbers, that is 4 and 9. Click on run. So it's giving me a number between 0 and 9, a floating point number. It returns a floating point number between 0 and 9, where 0 is included and 9 is not included. So next is choice. Choice is basically a method which gives a random selection from a sequence, from a list basically, any element from the list. So you can see here we are making a list here. So let me create graphical part and import random. So we use a list here. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 23, using them C, something like that. And the name of the function is choice. So we're using it here, random. Choice. And the name of the list is L. So it is giving me C, that is the last element of the list. Next time I execute, it is again giving me C, last element. Now it is giving me 2. So you can generate a sequence. Okay. So you can see every time when I am clicking, it may give the random selection from the list. Next is shuffle. So shuffle is basically what it does. It simply shuffle the elements of the list. So instead of choice, I'll give here shuffle. And after this, I'll give it a print list. So you can see here the sequence of the elements in the list have changed. Again, it is giving us some shuffling numbers in the list. See here. So now we know that in the random, this is very new for us because this function, this module we have not learned in class 11. This is new for class 12. Random module we normally use when we require some random number to be generated. Like we have discussed earlier, also throwing a dice, a captcha code. So they are giving us various functions to do so. So let me have a look of this. 1 second, random range, it generates a number between 0 to 8, but 8 is not included. 0 to 7 it will give the output. Randint, it will become the integer number, but yes, both the numbers which we are giving in the bracket as argument, both the numbers are inclusive. It's random, it generates a floating point number between 0 and 1. Uniform, it again gives a floating point number between two numbers, but then the second argument is not included, that is excluded. Choice, it returns any number from the random number from the list, and it simply shuffles all the elements of the list. I think it is clear to you. So please revise these functions, practice these functions, and all the best. Thank you.